Hi YouTube, today I'm going to show you how to make a 5-inch boutique stacked hair bow like this one. It's 5 inches long, with the feather boa and the clip and everything. Here's another example of a 5-inch, another 5-inch one. This one doesn't have the base bow, it just has the spikes. This one has the spikes and the base bow. So I'm going to show you how to do it with the base bow and the boa feather and all the little details. So let's get started. Of course you're going to need a pair of scissors to cut your ribbon. You're going to need a ruler to measure the ribbon. You're going to need a lighter to heat seal the ends. You're going to need a needle with embroidery floss, and at the end you're going to tie a knot. You're also going to need a lined alligator clip. I have a tutorial on how to do that. I'll put it down below in the description box. And it has a no slip grip on the inside, so it doesn't slip out of their hair. You'll also need a glue gun, a high temperature glue gun. They work better than the low temperature. And you'll need some sort of embellishment to put in the middle. Whoa, blurry. I got these at Hobby Lobby last Valentine's Day. I don't know if they have them this year, but they're like little cookies. Little cookie embellishments. They're really cute. Like the one that I have on this bow says love. So, yeah. They're little cookies. And the ribbon that you're going to need is, you're going to need, this ribbon is 1.5 inches wide, and it is about 27 inches long, and this is going to be for the base bow. So, it's 1.5 inches wide and 27 inches long. That's for the base bow. And then for the main bow, on the front, which is this polka dot one right here, you're going to need 7/8 of an inch wide ribbon, and it is 18 inches long. So 18 inches of the 7/8 wide ribbon. You'll also need several 5-inch pieces. Let me count how many, I'm not sure. So sorry. Okay. You're going to need 7. And these are 5 inches long. These are going to be used for the spikes. You can use more or less, whatever you choose. It doesn't, and these are also 7/8 of an inch wide. But you can add, any size or whatever you choose. But in this video, I'm going to show you how to do it this way. So you're going to need 7 of those. They're 5 inches long to make the 5-inch bow. You're also going to need 2 9-inch pieces of the 3/8 of an inch wide ribbon. They're 9 inches long, and they're 3/8 of an inch wide. You're also going to need another one that is 3.5 inches, and then the one that you use to line the clip is 4 inches for a partially lined clip. This is 3.5, and these 2 are 9, and that's 4. 3/8 of an inch wide ribbon. And then you're going to need little mini bows. I have a tutorial on how to make these. I'll put the link down below. For this bow, I'm using 5 inches. Since it's a 5-inch bow, I used 5 inches of the 3/8 of an inch wide ribbon to make these little bows. So I'll put the tutorial down below on how to make them. You're going to need 2 of them. This is optional, of course. I usually put them right here on the side. You can put them like right here, or you can put them on the sides here, or wherever you feel like it looks cute. Some people even put it down here. Whatever you feel is cute. So I usually put them right there. So little mini bows. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get the piece that we're going to use for the base bow, and we're going to fold it in half, and we're going to take the top piece and flip it over, like that. And you're going to line them up. So you're going to get your scissors, and we're going to cut a diagonal slant like that. Then we're going to get our lighter and quickly run it across the edge of the ribbon. This prevents it from fraying, prevents it from coming unraveled. You'll feel the little seal, and when you pull on it, nothing will come unraveled. You can even see it, the seal. And now we're going to fold it the boutique style. I have a tutorial on that, but I'll show you in this video. So you're just going to fold like this, pull it up, and fold over like that. So you have two loops. You're going to take this part, fold it down. I usually like to tuck it in there, like that. And then take this bottom piece and fold it upward. Let me show you that again. You're going to fold it down like this. Take the bottom piece, fold it upward, like that. Take this piece, fold it down, like this, and make sure that your loops are even. And you're going to take this bottom piece and you're going to fold it up like this, making sure all four loops are even. Then we're going to flip it over to the back, and we're going to do the accordion fold. We're just going to fold it as many times as you want. And so that when you look at it from the front, it's going to look like this. So now you're going to get your needle and the embroidery floss, and we're going to stick it right down the center. Just like that. And we're going to push it through. And then we're going to wrap it around. Oops, sorry. Like that. And pull it tight. And then we're going to tie it off. And then you just get your scissors and you cut off the extra string. Take it to the back, and I'm going to just tug at it like this. So when you turn it to the front, it looks like that. This bow does not have to be perfect. It's going to be used for the base bow, so it's not really going to be seen. So you just need it just to help make the bow look more full and fluffy, and just like make it look more like a bigger bow. It is optional. You don't have to put it on the 5-inch bow. I usually do. Sometimes I don't. It depends. So that's the base bow. You can set that aside. And of course I always tie a knot right after I use it, because sometimes I will forget, and then I go to put my needle through and there's no knot at the end. And I'm sitting there with a folded bow in my hand. I'm like, oh, I have to tie the knot. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get all the 5-inch pieces. There should be 7 of them. Doesn't matter which colors that you want. And we'll cut the white ones first. This is a quick way that I learned how to cut them. I usually just line them all up. There's 3 of them in there. Fold it in half, like this. And this is the opened end. That's the part that you're going to start cutting at. So you get your scissors, and you cut from the corner, like that, at a diagonal slant, from the open end inward, like that. And you're going to do the same thing to the other side. Fold it in half, and cut it just like that. Then what I do is I hold them like this, and I heat seal each of them. And do the same thing to the other side. Okay, and you're going to do the same thing to all the other pieces. And I'll show you the next step. Okay, now that you have all your pieces cut, you're going to get one of the pieces. In this case I have 3 whites, so I'm going to use one of the whites for the center. The other ones I have 2 of each color, like 2 solid reds and then 2 polka dot reds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the red, I'm going to place it just like that. Then I'm going to get the polka dots, and this is actually going to be the back. So since the polka dots are right here, I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to place it facing downward. So I'm just going to place it like this so that the corners are touching each other. Just like that. Then you're going to get the next color, which is, in my case, the solid red. And I'm going to place it on top of each other like this. And then again, with the white. Just like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my fingers and I'm going to hold it down right here in the middle and pick it up carefully so that they don't move. Then I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to do the accordion fold for this one too. So just fold it so it looks like this. Then you get your needle and embroidery floss, and you're going to do the same thing. You're just going to stick it right down the center, just like that. Sorry. And you're just going to push it through, wrap it around. Or you're just getting so close to the camera. Pull it tight and then tie it off. And then you cut off the extra string. And then you're going to take it, this right here is the back. So you flip it over, and I'm just going to pull on right here and flatten it out. Just like that. So it looks like this. All your spikes. It took me a while to get the spikes as even as I can get them. Sometimes I still don't get them even, but I still practice. So, there you go. Now, of course, you tie this again. You don't want to be caught with a folded bow in your hand and you went to go put the needle through and you pull it and there's no knot. It's happened to me. Okay. So I just tie another knot in the end of that and I put that aside. I forgot to mention at the beginning that you're going to need feather boa. Sorry. I get this, you can get this at Hobby Lobby. And I usually always use my 40% off, or if they're on sale, like stock up. I'm not sure if you can buy them online. I haven't even tried to look, but I usually don't use them that often, and it takes a while to use just one piece. How long are they? 2 yards. So I buy one, and it lasts me for quite a while, and I can use it on a lot of bows. So I just buy the boa that comes on the 2 yards, and I just cut them into pieces whenever I go to use them. So I'll show you how I do that for this bow. And I place it right there, right on top of the spikes. So what I do is I get the end of my piece. When you first buy it, it comes with this, if you can see it, this like yarn or something. And I usually just cut that off. And then I start. Okay, so what I do is I get my spikes and I lay them flat. I get the feather boa. And I place it right on top for how long I want it. I usually do it from like one end to the other end of the spikes like this. And I grab the end that I'm going to cut, and I separate the feathers like this. And then I cut. And then I carefully take this over to the trash can and I shake it. I let it go and I shake it out in the trash can. So I just shake it in the trash can. Then I put that aside, and then I grab this piece carefully and I shake it in the trash can as well. Okay, and then I'm ready to glue the piece on. So I'm going to add glue right here. Get your glue gun. Add glue right there. You're going to take your piece and you're going to lay it right on top. There you go. Now your feather boa is touched your spikes. And then we're going to attach the spikes to the baseball. So I'm going to take the top of the baseball, add glue right here to the top, to the front of the baseball. Get your spikes and place it right in the center. And of course hold it down for a couple seconds until the glue sets. You normally don't want to go with the baseball bigger than the spikes, but it is up to you, whatever you feel looks best. I usually like to either go right to the edge or a little bit smaller. In this case I did it right to the edge. So. And they're usually used, of course, to make the bow fluffier, and it's also used to help hold up the spikes, because sometimes if the bigger the bow, if you don't have a base bow, the spikes tend to flop everywhere. So. And you're going to set this piece aside, because we're done with this piece. And now we're going to get this one. 7/8 of an inch wide ribbon. This is 18 inches long. This is going to be used for the top bow right here. So what you do is you fold it in half, and then you take the top piece and you flip it over, and you cut out a diagonal slant. For this top bow, you can use the butterfly loop style of folding it. I have a tutorial on that. Or you can use the one that I'm going to show you right now, which is the boutique style. Take your heat sealer, your lighter, and you run it along to heat seal the ends. Yeah, in this case I'm going to show you the boutique style. So what you're going to do is you're going to get one of your pieces, have the pretty side facing down, and then of course the non-design side facing up. You're going to loop it like that. You're going to loop it a lot. Don't loop it flat like this or like this. Make sure you loop it a lot like that. Because if you loop it flat like this, your bow's going to come out flat. So you want it loopy to make it look loopy like in here. Make the loops look like this. So loop it like this. You take the bottom piece, loop it just as much. Make sure that they're even. Take this side, loop it down like that. Remember to loop it just as much. And take the bottom piece and loop it upward like this. Let me show you that again. And take the bottom piece, loop it like this, loop it up like that. Take this piece, loop it downward, and then take this bottom piece and loop it up like this. And make sure all your loops are even like that. Okay, flip it over to the back, and now we're going to do the accordion fold. I'm going to fold it like this, push it down, and then fold this piece up like that. So it looks like this. Now you get your needle and your embroidery floss, and we're going to again run it right through the middle. Just like that. Pull it through, wrap it around, and tie it off. Now this is the front. Take it to the back, and you're going to tug these, flatten it out, and when you flip it over to the front, you're going to have your loops. Just like that. Now we're going to add these white loops that surround the middle bow. So you're going to get your two 9-inch pieces of the 3/8 of an inch wide ribbon. We're going to heat seal the ends. And what you do is you're going to fold it in half and pinch it down here to make a crease. In this case, in this tutorial, I'm going to make a line with the pen so I can show you where the crease is and where to put the glue. So that would be my crease right there, where that pen mark is. And I'm going to get the glue gun. I'm going to add glue right above it and right below the line. So I'm going to take my top loop, loop it around like this, and place it on the top of the line. Just like that. And then you're going to take the bottom one and loop it around as well. So you make 2 loops like this. Set that piece aside and do the same thing to this one. Fold it in half, pinch it, add glue above the crease and below the crease, loop it down, and take the other piece and loop it upward. Whoops. Okay. And then the glue that's there, and cut it off. It's not necessary, but because you're not going to see this part. Okay. So now you have your 2 loops to surround the bow. So now you're going to get this bow, you're going to flip it over to the back, add a dot of glue right on this side and a dot of glue on this side, and place it on like this so that the loops are going upward around the bow, and place the other one on the other side. So when you turn it over, your loops are wrapped around the middle bow. And now we're ready to place this on top of our main bow. So I'm going to add glue right here to the back. Like that. Flip it over and place it right in the middle of this bow like this. And I'm going to hold it down for a couple seconds until the glue sets. Okay. Now we're going to add our centerpiece. This is going to wrap around the middle of the bow. So again, you're going to get your lighter, heat seal the ends. You're going to flip it over to the back. And we're going to add glue right here in the middle. You're going to place one end of it right there. And wait till the glue dries or sets. You're going to wrap it like this, pulling it tight, and just keep going around till you get back to the back, and I'm pulling it tight, like that. And in this case it was a little bit longer, so I'm going to cut just enough off so that when I glue it down, it's just right here in the back and it's not wrapping around to the front again. So I'm going to heat seal what I just cut off, like that. And I'm going to add a little dot of glue right in here. And then press it down. And then when you turn it over, you can fix your loops. Tug at everything, fluff it out again. So it looks like this. Now we're going to attach the clip. And where is my clip? There it is. So you're going to add a line of glue right here. Flip your bow over to the back and place it right here in the middle. And press it down until the glue sets. And your clip is attached. Now we're going to add the little side bows. The little mini side bows. So what I do is I'll add a little dot of glue right on this bow here, behind this white loop, and then add a little dot of glue right on top of the white loop as well. I hope you saw that, sorry. Some white glue right here, and then also in there. You're going to place your mini bow right there on top of that, and that way this part is glued to this part and the mini bow is glued to the loop. And that way it's not, if you just have it glued on here, it's just going to be flopping around up and down like that, because it's a little bit heavier than the loop. So I like to glue them together, that way it stays in place. You're going to do the same thing up here on the other corner. Add a little dot of glue right here and on top of the white loop, and place it on like that. And press it down until the glue sets. There you go. You can leave it just like this, or you can add an embellishment, which I'm going to be adding my little cookie embellishment. So I'm going to get the glue gun, add glue right here to the middle, get my embellishment, and place it right there in the middle. It's easy as that. And press it down until the glue sets. And there you go. You have a 5-inch boutique stacked hair bow. If you have any questions, of course, you can leave them down below, and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed.